When the white people leave Nigeria, is that not enough time for you to change? You are still blaming white man after 65 years. Something is wrong with us. God is looking at us and saying, look at these stupid Nigerians. I've given you gas, number 9 in the world. I gave you petroleum, largest in Africa. I gave you largest population in Africa. And you are praying, asking me to come and do for you what you can do for yourself. If you accept the truth, you will be able to understand your problem and look for solutions. Israel, they have subdued the earth. With AI, they will kill the best scientists in Iran. With intelligence, they will go and plant a bomb in the car of some scientists in Iran. Jesus Christ started from a very humble beginning, and then the message spread over the world. And if we want this message to continue to spread, we must let people know that God has given us the intelligence to subdue the earth with science, because science is a creation of God. So the human mind is so great that it can beat the best computers, not in calculation, but in listening. How many people have actually read the Bible? What you know about the Bible is what you hear other people say. Let me tell you about the Israelis. The Israelis, they believe that they are the chosen one and they are special. They are the best people on earth. Nobody compares to them. They segregate, they discriminate. So when God asked Adam, why did you eat that fruit? He said, the wife you gave to me gave me the fruit. So what has he done there now? Instead of saying, I'm sorry, my father, forgive me, I made a mistake, he now pointed his finger somewhere else. And that is why I appreciate what Mr. Julius did concerning this event that happened. He went to our community where people are always pointing fingers. Oh, yet another death. What is happening now? Which means some deities need to be revived. They revived Oloku in Iba after Oloku was destroyed more than 50 years ago. Now they revived it. They said if they revive it, all this death taking place will not happen again. After that, they revived Okwetio. They said if they can revive that, nothing will happen again. And when they are going to do, they will call me. See what we are going to do. I don't know if you are. I said, no, I have no objection. Go ahead and do it the way you want. They have revived all these things, and people are still dying. They were already pointing fingers. Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe this person did it. The truth is the truth. It is what it is. If you accept the truth, you will be able to understand your problem and look for solutions. But when you are in denial, when you continue to deny the reality, you will never be able to solve your problem. You will remain in that point where you cannot make progress. Whereas God has given us the intelligence. That is the next thing I want to talk about in that Genesis. Pay attention. Jesus Christ, God said, go and subdue the earth. He gave them work. I've given you the biggest brain in the universe, the best brain in the universe. No computer can ever overcome the human brain. Forget about AI. When the computer came 20 years ago or 30 years ago, people were saying the computer will now overtake human beings. Yes, a calculator can calculate 75 times 99 faster than a human being. But can you reason? When I use AI, when I'm doing research, I use AI. They give me facts and all that. I start asking them questions. I see that I'm not telling you your data is already outdated. Because the conclusion you are giving me do not rhyme with reality. I'm asking you, however, if I do ABC in Nigeria, is it okay? You give me the analysis. And then I said the prices you are giving me for commodities and all that. And I said, no, your figures are wrong. You now come back to me, okay, now we see what you are saying. We are going to do research. So the human mind is so great that it can beat the best computers, not in calculations, but in reasoning. The atomic bomb was created when? 1945, and dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki to stop the Second World War. And everybody said, now that Russia has already created their own, very soon the world will end. How many years ago now, since 1945 till now? It has not happened. It has not happened because human beings know that if you push that button, the other man will push his button. So it's mutual assured destruction. So the man that wants to come and rob you, he doesn't want to die. He wants to rob you and keep the money in his pocket. If he knows he's going to die, he will not do it. You see what Israel is doing today? Israel, they have subdued the earth. With AI, they will kill the best scientists in Iran. With intelligence, they will go and plant a bomb in the car of some scientists in Iran. They will go to UAE and bomb Hamas's leaders in United Arab Emirates. They do that with the Torah. They do that just by reading the Bible. They don't read the Bible, they read the first 5 books of the Bible. But after that, they go into science so they can subdue the world. It's a fallacy for us to continue to think that all we need to do is pray. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. This is the creation of human beings. A fallacy. To deceive us. God is looking at us and saying, look at these stupid Nigerians. I've given you gas, largest gas in Africa, number 9 in the world. I gave you petroleum, largest in Africa. I gave you the largest population in Africa. And you are praying, asking me to come and do for you what you can do for yourself. So he will ignore you. We are here, the Chinese have taken over the whole of Nigeria. Because their government will give them money, they'll come and invest, and they'll take over. So, what we should take from there is, God gave us the best brain in the universe to solve our problems. Stop disturbing God with your prayers. When they ask God, how do we pray? He said, just pray the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You will get there. You will get there. That's what Mr. Tudo was talking about last week. You want to ask your father for something. How many people here, as wicked as we are, when it comes to your children, they come to you and say, Daddy, I want to go and buy hamburger. And you have the money in your pocket. You say, okay, give that and begging me first. After 12 hours, okay, so take you, I begged enough. How many people will do that? You see, we are deceiving ourselves. Because we are lazy, we don't want to work. We are looking for easy way to make money. And there are no easy way to make money. You have to work for it. White people brought Christianity to us. We have accepted it over many years. That is now our way of life. Huh? Is it a problem for us? No. But the way we practice it is not a problem. On Monday, tomorrow, when I'm going to work, maybe by 11, I will see A church where people are shouting inside the church. On Monday, God worked from Monday to Saturday, or from Monday to Friday. Because the Jewish religion, Saturday is their, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Jesus Christ came to save us from all these unnecessary sacrifices. Or you cannot eat pig. If you eat pig, you are condemned. Jesus Christ said, it's not what a man eats that defies him. It is what that comes out from his mouth that defies him. So when you see somebody say, if you eat pig, that means you are unclean. If you are not circumcised, you are unclean. Jesus Christ came to cancel all that nonsense. Somebody was saying now, oh, make sure you pay your tithes. Okay, if you want to pay your tithes, pay. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. Like churches that will tell you if you don't pay your tithes, you're not going to heaven. It is a lie. They are thieves. If they have guts, not any of them make me the debate, I will tear them to pieces. Because they know they are liars. They know they are looking for money. Let them show me where in the Bible how they justify this their idea of roguery. We are telling you now, come to church, come and worship, so you can be able to take full responsibility for your life. You'll be able to know that you can talk to your Father directly through Jesus Christ. And you don't need any pastor to do that for you. The moment you have somebody pray for you, you are now a slave to that person. Who wants to be a slave? But because we are lazy, we want to be a slave. Pastor, pray for me. Oh. The way I dreamt last night was too bad, so I need your prayer. The man will just be laughing in his stomach. When he gets home, he says, well, I said, look at, we have captured many out there. Many foolish people. Just like a native doctor. Native doctors, what do? They prey on your ignorance. You go to a native doctor and says, oh, what's your problem? Who do you think is your... That's what the police will do also now. Oh, people came to steal my house. And I said, who do you suspect? You are the one that will tell them. Say, okay, suspect these days. Okay, now we start looking for this. We start talking about, oh, I lost my son. And you go to a pastor. You go to a native doctor. They'll say, who do you suspect? Say, yes, well, I had problem with this man over land over some years ago. So I said it. Go to his wife. So I told you. Now, what have they done? They have succeeded in creating problems everywhere. Where there should be peace, they start quarreling. Imaginary quarrel. So, Jesus Christ started from a very humble beginning, and then the message spread over the world. And if we want this message to continue to spread, we must let people know that God has given us the intelligence to subdue the earth with science, because science is a creation of God. I'm thinking about it. A time will come where I'll write a document that each church ought to have a scientific department. Because it makes sense when you understand the physical world, how the physical world functions. If you know, for example, to make this microphone, Here are the things you need to do. And then you'll be able to do it. When I was growing up, if I knew that, if I understood the elemental tables, where you have all the elements, you have 88 naturally occurring elements, plus others that made it 118 now. There's a way they bond with each other. You put two elements together, it forms another thing. Now, we are talking about going to Mars. And they said, how are you going to get to Mars? I said, well, we heard that in the moon, there's water. Are you hearing me? That in the moon, there's water. And water, what is water made of? Two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. So they said, okay, since we know that, when we fly from Earth here, because we can't carry enough fuel to take us there, when we fly from Earth, we'll take what will take us to the moon. When we get to the moon, we'll take that water and separate hydrogen from oxygen. Hydrogen is the first element in the elemental table. It's what the sun is using to give us light. Hydrogen is what the sun is using to give us light. It burns hydrogen and compresses it so hard that it turns to helium. And helium gives us the light. So they are saying that if they can get to the moon and there's water there, they can remove hydrogen from the water and separate it and use that as a fuel to go to Mars. And that is all science. No matter how you pray, if you like, you pray 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never be able to get this microphone to work if there's no light. When light goes off, what do? They put on the gen. Somebody is in the church now, somebody collapsed here. What will people do? Would they say, bring him here, let's pray for him? Where would you take him to? A priest collapsed in the church, a Catholic church. And they rushed him to the hospital. Okay, suppose a doctor collapsed at UBTH. Would they bring him to the church? What do? They will take care of him at UBTH. Prayer is the key. We just started with prayer. We just use that to be deceiving ourselves. Go ye therefore and subdue the earth. He has given you the best brain. Look at all the animals. They are bigger than us. Can you fight a lion? You cannot. If you don't have weapons that white people have given to us, we bring 100 lions into Benin. It will finish everybody. But the moment you have the gun, and the lion is coming, you blast it down, and the lion is dead. That is, you have subdued the earth. That is how we are able to kill all the animals and all that. And people are not begging, saying, enough, don't kill all them. Let's give some of this. Let's do some in the reserve. Look at human beings with the small head that we have, and the brain power. And that brain power we are using to do all the things. White people are doing all these things. What are black people doing? Praying. Praying. Casting the devil. Casting the devil. And the churches are getting bigger everywhere. As I'm driving around, I'll see a new structure going on, very big. I say, oh, I hope this one will be a factory. For where is a church? You go the other way, and that church again. You go there, you see a hotel. You go there, you see a boutique. Where are the factories? They don't exist anywhere. And we are praying. We are praying. My friend there is sitting in the wheelchair. If not white people that made it, we will carry him on sticks. Is it not so? Let us open our mind and start to think we are the architect of our own problems, because we see what is right and we refuse to do it. What is right is for us to recognize that God has given us the power to subdue the earth. While people are already doing it, we are not doing anything. We are just praying. They brought the Bible here, but they pray, they read the Bible, and they go and read science. We, every day. I'll be calling a man, oh, we need some product. You say, I'm inside the church. What is the time? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So when you go there, you see the business is not going front or back, it's just there. Because he has devoted his life all to just go to church. He believes that by doing that, he's going to go to heaven. Is it the one to decide? Yes.
When they came, instead of introducing science to us, they brought history, religious studies.
Thank you very much. That is the way we used to deceive ourselves every day. Look, when did white people leave Nigeria? How many years ago? Is that not enough time for you to change? You see that now? They asked God asked Adam, why did you eat that fruit? He said, my wife gave it to me. He asked the wife, he said, the serpent gave it to her. Blaming somebody else. We are still blaming white man after 65 years. Is something wrong with us? Something is wrong with us. God bless every one of you. When did white people leave Nigeria? Is that not enough time for you to change? We are still blaming white man after 65 years. Something is wrong with us. God is looking at us and saying, look at these stupid Nigerians. I've given you gas, number 9 in the world. I gave you petroleum, largest in Africa. I gave you the largest population in Africa. And you are praying, asking me to come and do for you what you can do for yourself. If you accept the truth, you will be able to understand your problem and look for solutions. Israel, they have subdued the earth. With AI, they will kill the best scientists in Iran. With intelligence, they will go and plant a bomb in the car of some scientists in Iran. Jesus Christ started from a very humble beginning, and then the message spread over the world. And if we want this message to continue to spread, we must let people know that God has given us the intelligence to subdue the earth with science, because science is a creation of God. So the human mind is so great that it can beat the best computers, not in calculation, but in listening.